Hey, I just go into it, right? I think it's funny, but I also look at the maybe, yeah, insecurities, the level of comfortness that you have. Where I don't know, for me growing up, like I'm from Miami, from Carroll City, but I think about just going to a lot of events where it brings the community and culture together. Um, I didn't necessarily grow into it until I got like older and was able to do this on my own. But to think like, all right, my parents really took me to do all of that. Um, like coming out here from like the King Parade, I think maybe once, maybe twice. Um, but I think of the notion of what roles played into that being a factor, such as think about the area and people looking at it from a crime perspective. Like, I know that's heavy with my mom. Mom is huge into like protection, but I think just where she was from, uh, I don't know, maybe that was something that triggered from her. Um, but regardless, you grow, you develop, you get to see what you're afraid of, what you're scared of, why, especially when it hits you in front of your face. But to like come here, really just sit, like know what I'm seeing from my own eyes and just what I'm engaging with, how I want to engage with the community, being present to showcase, visibility, like, availability is everything. And so thinking about that from a Black perspective, knowing like what does uniting look like, what does families coming together look like, and just coming forward with solutions like that. Like it starts off with this right here, you doing it yourself, and being honest to just know like how things come together, how you play a role in contributing to things coming together, and just that excitement, just being like a role model, and taking it to the next level where it's a good thing to have people looking up to you. It's a good thing to know just your presence does and just impacts people. Or a lot of times that's just enough. And that's something I had to learn from, where I'm used to like people pleasing. I'm used to doing the most. I'm used to going above and beyond for a lot, and thinking if that was going to be a source of validation or approval, where I know that's also discipline that comes from just being an athlete, especially one where you change your sport. So you want to make sure you're doing something right. You want to make sure you're doing correct. You're fighting up the depth chart and stuff. So like you consistently, at least I was in the mindset of just feedback, or plays pros, so we learning, cons of just overthinking, rather not being in a state of flow to just do. But it's all its own like unique challenges that we're all able to like overcome and face. I think about it too, just really exploring various different communities, having a chance to travel, knowing what it's like to be in different rooms, different spaces, to know like I can't take that for granted. Those are things that I'm blessed about, and thankful to know there's people who are able to receive, contribute to purpose that's far so great. It answers a lot of questions that I find myself questioning, that now I'm able to experience and say, okay, this is how we get things together. This is how you find yourself putting policy in play. How do you get those factors and those people in who are worthy and passionate, but dedicate most importantly their time to this. And it starts off even just uh, taking action, like going, um, me being in front of the camera, recording, just talking, communicate. Um, and you just build on this consistency, it just grows.